It's happening! Hooray! They do this every single day, every single night. They're all together. So I'm very happy about this. But in all the times I've seen the villagers surrounding that barbecue, I never knew they were actually eating the shish kebab. I didn't know that until now. But yes, I'm happy with that. Thank you for being here. I hope you're all doing well. Sorry about the lapse in uploads, but I've had a heck of a time here with an eye infection, and I've just been in a whole lot of pain. Anyway, the island is progressing. Things are happening, getting a lot of work done. So I figured I would show you like before and after. This is before I start cleaning everything up, and oh my goodness, the flowers and the trees. Need to get on top of that. My hairstyles are going to change because I'm also working on Harv's co-op. I'm not in as much pain as I was the last 2 days, but you're going to have to forgive me. Every once in a while I get a sharp jab and it just takes my breath away. I do have ideas, and some of those have changed, been rearranged, reworked, not sure. Yes, I do have the tool ring. I just keep forgetting to use it. I'm sorry. I put walls up to prevent my villagers from disrupting me while I'm working, and it has been heaven. Oh, it's been so nice. I got everything done without a single hitch, except for balloons. That was my only distraction, and my eye infection, which I had to take quite a few breaks. That's why it's taken so long to get this video out. I left the river here so that they can't get through, but we're just going to curve it around and out to sea. I made a pretty cool looking pond. It actually looks like either a flower or a tree. I'm not sure which. We're going to have to get some decorations in here and trees, which we have plenty of. I'm always reluctant to shake my fruit trees. That actually is a cherry tree, and I put our sister flower there. So our flower is mums, our tree is cherry, our sister tree is apple, and our sister flower is lily. All of this has to go. All of it. Too many trees. And those are some of the trees that I dug up from the second and third tier, which I'm reworking. Actually kind of already have reworked most of it. Way too many flowers. And I haven't even been tending them. I have to get these houses off. My original plan was to add a tier toward the front where the airport is, going to our right to the beach, and I'm kind of reconsidering that. I haven't quite reconsidered it, but my thought was to make a Nido entrance coming off the airport, and then when you do turn right toward resident services, your 2 stores and the museum would be there. But I don't know. Yeah, I had to put that block there because I'm going to be reworking this river as well. And it's worked. No one has come anywhere near me while I was doing all of this terraforming. And I'm sure that hundreds of thousands of people have been doing this for years, and it's just now occurring to me. But at least it has finally occurred to me to do. Well, let's be honest. If you're flattening your island, you haven't got much of a choice. They're going to be everywhere. But this was very nice. Yeah, this area, I was looking at it because the houses are going to be on the second tier. And I'm like, well, maybe we could put the museum there. And where my house was, this would be where the campsite goes. It was an original idea. I do like our bow tie pond. The problem with it is there's very few fish in it. And I do like to keep ponds, or at least a pond, for tournaments and so that the kids have something to do. Fishing in a river or a pond. And there are pond fish you need to catch. I'm not knocking myself out with the museum this time, but I am collecting fossils, and if I get something new, I'm going to donate it. Because there again, the more stuff you have in the museum, then the kids will go in there. They'll want to walk around. So I do it for them. Yeah, so all this is new. And this third tier here is where I'm going to be living. There's no way to get there yet. I do have the DIY that Nook Brothers were selling it for the ladders you just slap up against the side of a cliff. I just haven't bothered making any yet, but I suppose I could. But we need inclines and bridges anyway to get our rating back up, because I do love collecting the lily of the valley. It is one of my favorite flowers. I know it's poisonous. Da-da-da-da. It's got a lovely fragrance. It only comes out for a couple weeks in May here. And I just love them. You put about 10 stalks together in a bouquet and it just fills the whole room with a beautiful scent. I really like that. So yes, I did open up our back like I always do. I can't remember. That was not a balloon item. Somebody gave me that, and I think it was Dina. I'm getting the weirdest items from both the balloons and my villagers. But the odd thing about that is if I give them something and they automatically give you something in return, it's always junk. Sports items, sports clothing. I just don't get it. Okay, I was in here earlier and you gotta see this. This is in line with what I was thinking to do with the winner. Hi guys, check it out. It's a throne. I want that throne. Why did I never know there was one in this game? I've never seen it before. 800,000 bells. That's a lot of bells. Oh my gosh. Can you recolor it? It would be kind of neat if it was purple. But maybe that's a Halloweenish item? I don't know. 800,000 bells. But I think it would be a neat thing to have for the end game where we crown the least liked villager, ugliest villager. Oh, I hate saying that, but it is the challenge of this video. And I will be honest, because I usually try very hard not to placate anyone, but there are 2 villagers that I'm just not warming up to. And I hope it's not because of their looks. I'm more a personality type person, because you can meet a very lovely looking person and then once you get to know them, their looks change drastically. And suddenly they're not so lovely anymore. So that happens. Yeah, I am going to move everybody off the beach and this plot of land here, because I built all that up there for them. I have to return the bridge here, but I'm reconsidering where I put the shops. Now, based on everything you're seeing so far, there's not much room left. Well, yes, there is. No, I'm going to put a great big river system here with another attached pond. And I don't want to lose out on that idea, so all of those trees and flowers have to go as well. This is my idea at present. Camp up in the top left, the shops in the front, Able Sisters, a museum and nooks, and then all of my villagers there with me in the very back. But I don't know. The more I'm looking at what I have to work with, the less I'm liking that idea about the front. Yeah. I had to take down this wall to put the bridge in, and look who's just sitting there. He's such a goofball. That's our crank, Gruff. Yeah, boy, say hi. This is so silly. What he's doing there, I do not know. Gruff, go away. I need to take down that wall. They're silly. So, I got a lot more work done. Took a long time. While I was in pain, but I did it. I took so many breaks just to close my eyes and relax my face and my head. These are all the balloons I popped while I was doing all that work. Doesn't look like much, but I figured, you know, kind of like the message bottles. Let's see what we got. See if any of it is worth it. That's worth it. I am going through the bells like no tomorrow. Oh, okay, 15,000 bells, thank you. I did get another 30,000 bell balloon store shelf. Somebody already gave me school pants, a school jacket, and a school hat. All different villagers. But I'm not getting too many. I finally get a sofa. That is the hardest thing to get is furniture. But I'm not getting too many duplicates. I already have a couple of those. Wow. Hanging shelves, thank you. I have no idea what a metal and wood table is. It's stumping me. Oh, thanks. I get at least 3 of those every island. Yes, I need iron nuggets. I'm getting really low. Oh, that came in the mail. I don't care for those big stuffed bears. Yes, I need clay. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry. I need to find out what this metal and what wood table? Oh, okay. I've had that before. Those are cute little cafe things. All right, let me put all this stuff away and then I will show you the work I have accomplished. And I thinned back the flowers. I thinned back the trees. I finally just bit the bullet and said, just chop them down. You can always plant new ones. It's just, they do take a while to grow, and that's probably what bothers me most. However, I have to move everybody, so I'm going to be time skipping anyway. It just doesn't matter. These are all the fossils I found every day that I moved a house, and I just went ahead all 10 days. But that helped with getting harvest co-ops up and running, which is why you're seeing me in different hairstyles. Oh, and the color scheme. Yeah, I'm sorry, before I tell you about that, the last video, I had just about as many fossils waiting for Blathers, and I picked them all up. I took them into him, and he only accepted 3. And the museum is, the dinosaur exhibit is not finished. There are several fossils that are needed. So I'm looking at that going, I'm not going to go in there again, hand him 40 fossils, and he'll go, oh, I found one. And then I come out there with 38 fossils in my pocket. It's good bell money, though. And I do like giving them to my villagers. I just think they need it for bells. Yeah, I did finally get the bridge in. And you'll notice our shrubs, the hibiscus, they died off because I ended up having to go into late September. First day of October is actually when we finished up. And now that we're back in mid-September, they have to grow in again. And by the time they do, they'll be ready to be replaced with the tea tree olive. Is that what it's called? More fossils. So that's a good thing. I like that shrub the best. I think it's really pretty. The orange and the yellow ones. They have those feathery blooms on them. So this is the river system I came up with, and I'm not sure about it. See, there is a fish there, and I did see a couple bugs, but not too many fish, and that makes me anxious because the reason the bird came back on our bulletin board is... Okay, I thought it was Gruff earlier, and now it's... Well, we're going to ignore that. Naomi was thinking, Gruff was thinking, and now Hippo is thinking. And they're the three villagers we can't let leave. So because I was so busy, I just ignored them. And here's hoping that with the days ahead, that will continue with someone we need. Like Dina and Agnes. Right? Are those the only two left? I think so. Dina and Agnes. And we still need a 10th villager as well. So there are at least 3 more Uggums we can look for. Those are all money trees. I keep digging up the gold star and putting 10,000 in. So I just threw them all over there. And these are the trees I moved. We will be adding and subtracting as things go. This is not decorated. This is just terraformed. I'm not unhappy with the situation there, but I might make that pond a little bit smaller so there's a better way to walk around it and so that I can add a few more decorations. I did add some curves and appeal to the second tier all around. And I did add all of our houses. Oh, this took a long time. It was an all-day job. I am pressing A. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, I pressed it. And then we have, barrel. I think this is Gruff. I put him closest to the stairs because he's an old man. Is this Hippo's house? Nope, that's Agnes. This is number 10 here. Coach. He keeps getting in fights with Gruff. Well, maybe I should say Gruff keeps insulting him. This is Al's house. Oh, he's in. Oops, sorry. Let's go see what Al is up to. I can't remember who gave him that shirt, but he hasn't been out of it ever since. I think it was Tabby. Did you hear the funny noise? The funny music they play when you talk to your villagers. I will admit, he's not easy on the eyes, but he's still a sweetheart. He's worth getting to know. I have never had a margarita pizza before. It just sounds so boring. Sauce and bay leaves. No cheese, no nothing. Ew. That does not sound appetizing at all. Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting a text from my daughter and I'm trying to keep my chair quiet. Yeah, so I gave the wall some curvies. Oh, he's all better. Okay, maybe he wanted something other than to leave. I don't know. I kind of figured our Friday roll was going to get messed up because we had to do so much time skipping to get all these houses off the water, but it had to be done. And I will tell you, I'm still quite pleased with the way things are going, the way things look, the way things are shaping up. There are a few issues that need touching up. Maybe I could get rid of the island in that part of the river and just trim it back, and that might invite more fish. I don't know. And this area here, aside from all the flowers, it's wide open, and I had thought to put the museum there, but I don't know. I really don't know. Should I just put a big pond there with the campsite behind it? Another fossil. Wow. I'm also fishing up a lot of the soft-shell turtles. You see them dotted around. I wish they would be more like the snapping turtle that just stands there. I have had too many close encounters with snapping turtles since I was a kid. I'm not a fan, so I avoid them. But the soft-shell turtle, he would be so cute just standing around. Yeah, so a lot more flowers. My beach is finally free. I do love running up and down the beach collecting things. Shark. I need the one with the saws. Saw shark. The one with the saws. And it's the only one that's just not showing up. I have everything else. This could probably be a suckerfish though. Okay, way off. It's probably a suckerfish, a whale shark, or a sunfish. It's a sharky big. Great white. Well, it's bells. It's bells. Okay. Maybe the time is up for the saw shark. I don't know. That's the only one I'm missing. And I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, but there was a rainbow stag on a fruit tree in the back of my island a couple nights ago. I thought those ended when August was done. I guess not. Yes, we ended up getting the cooking thing, and I'm never too happy about it because it takes away from all of the regular DIY recipes you're still in need of. But Beryl did say he was crying because he had no more jelly. Maybe I could make him some jelly and give it to him as a gift. Who knows? Got plenty of Nook miles. Well, yes we do. We need them for tickets, so that's good. I was going to say there's not really anything we need them for. Plus a few of, I think those, no, the ancient arches are from Happy Home Paradise, right? Yeah. I want to get a couple of those around the place. Glad to have our bridge back. I took it down so they wouldn't bother me. Hippo looks like he's over himself. It feels so good, though, to be able to just run from one side of the island to the other and not run into anything, get beat up and bloody and bruised. And there's Mr. Owl. Yay! Yeah, I mentioned the bug off. It's coming up in a week or two. I don't know. I went 10 days ahead. It's either at the end of, I think it's it's got to be at the end of September. I stopped on October 1st and then went all the way back to the 17th. Hey, another balloon. Yes, this area here is what's driving me nuts. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in front of our airport. It's the shops that I'm struggling with because I'm not too excited about my putting them up on a tier anymore. Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to have to stare and stare and stare some more. And hopefully something good comes to me. I have a lot of decorating ahead of me, as you can plainly tell. Everybody needs fencing and flowers and trees and items that fit their personality. Oh, more clay. Thank you. Could always use more clay. Never seem to get enough clay in rocks. I get more iron than clay. And then I want to make something. I'm like, oh, this looks neat. And I go in there and it says, you need clay. And I was like, oh. So here's my thought. I would like to maybe put the tier maybe 4 or 5 steps back. Maybe a teeny tiny waterfall that isn't too loud. Just kind of encircle this area. And then, yeah, about that big. And then maybe just leave it open, put the shops along, say there's a boardwalk along here, and have the shops in the museum that way, with trees and flowers and items behind them. So that would be kind of sort of directly in front, well, not directly, but in front of resident services, but not too close that there's no room. I don't know. I have no idea. Really need to think about that one. Yeah, more fossils for... This kind of threw me for a loop too. Why are there 3 in a row here? I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh. And they're all 3 sand dollars. A couple days ahead, when I was moving everybody's houses, I began to notice that there were no shells on the beach at all. And I wasn't looking for them. I was just like starting here and then running over to there to get something done. And out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, I'm not seeing any shells. So this is what the map currently looks like. I'm not terribly disappointed with the river system in the bottom left where campsite is flashing at the moment. But I'm not noticing too many fish. There is always a fish there. But I don't know, maybe I made it too wacky and it's just not good enough or something. I don't know. I did fancy up our area where the villagers stay so that there's curves. And the only issue I'm having, I'm pretty positive we put our campsite in the top right left corner. We will be happy. But it's from the airport going right straight to the beach where you see the hand pointing at the... That's the area I'm struggling with at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, I moved so that we could get a better look at the sunset, which is impossible to see. I don't know why. But thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate that. Take good care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.